Hello everybody, this is your video for day 1 of right triangle trigonometry for geometry. We're going to be looking at identifying sides of a right triangle based on an angle theta. When can we use trigonometry? We can only use trigonometry when we are working with right triangles. In the future, we will be able to use trigonometry with obtuse and acute triangles, but there is some extension that needs to be done before we get there. So, in the beginning, we can only use trigonometry when we are working with right triangles. We can use trigonometry when we are trying to indirectly measure length. So in other words, there's a length that we need to measure that I cannot measure with a tape measure or ruler. Finally, we can use trigonometry when we are finding an angle measurement in a right triangle. For example, the angle from the ground to the top of a tall building. There are only 3 sides to a triangle in trigonometry, and we give them specific names. Do you remember what kind of triangle we have to use in trigonometry? There are only 3 sides to a triangle. When using trigonometry, we must first identify the angle we are looking from. We call this angle theta, or another Greek letter. The sides of the triangle are then labeled according to their position in relation to the angle theta. Finally, these 3 sides are called the opposite side, the adjacent side, and the hypotenuse. The sides of a triangle in relation to theta are based on a right triangle. All triangles must be right when using trigonometry. This symbol is theta. It is a Greek letter. How do we find the sides of the triangle? The first thing we do is we shoot an arrow from theta. Straight arrow straight across the triangle. This identifies our opposite side. After the opposite side, we find the longest side of the triangle, which is called the hypotenuse. Finally, the third side that is neither opposite nor the hypotenuse is called adjacent. Which one of these signs, 1, 2, or 3, is the adjacent side to theta? The bottom side. Which side of this triangle is the hypotenuse? 1, 2, or 3? 3 is the hypotenuse. What is the opposite side from beta? This is called beta. What is the opposite side? Remember, you can shoot an arrow. 3 is the opposite side. Now you're going to practice. Name all 3 sides of the red triangle. Where is the opposite side, where is the hypotenuse, and where is the adjacent? Pause the video, write it down, and then hit play to check your answers. Your hypotenuse is across from the right angle and the longest side. The opposite is straight across from your angle alpha, and your adjacent side is this time at the bottom. For the blue triangle, we have the Greek letter lambda. Find the hypotenuse, the opposite side, and the adjacent. Pause the video, start the video again to check your answers. The hypotenuse is the longest side, it's on the bottom. The opposite side is directly across from your angle, and your adjacent side is the third side. One more. For our yellow triangle, find opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. pause the video, try it, start the video up again to check your answers. Did you get it right? If you did, you're exactly where you need to be. Please bring these notes to class tomorrow. We will continue from here and identify which sides we use for sine, cosine, and tangent.